Today I'm spending a peaceful afternoon potting up summer hanging baskets here at the greenhouse by the lake. The flowers you see here are actually all of the flowers I've been growing from seed since February. Our little greenhouse shed is still very new, and we haven't built proper shelving yet, which is why so many flower flats are still sitting on the floor. Thankfully, the polycarbonate roof panels let in plenty of beautiful sunlight, so the seedlings are still growing happily. For these hanging baskets, I started by filling each basket with Fafard all-purpose potting mix, leaving enough room for the flowers and root systems. Before planting, I mixed about 1.5 tablespoons of Miracle-Gro Shake and Feed all-purpose plant food directly into the soil to help feed the baskets throughout the summer. I chose beautiful shade-loving Impatiens for these baskets because they'll eventually be hanging underneath our deck in a shadier area facing the lake. I wanted to add soft, cheerful color to the lakeside view and create a cozy cottage garden feeling around the deck for summer. Once the baskets were filled with soil and fertilizer, I gently loosened the roots of the Impatiens before arranging them evenly throughout each basket to create a fuller look as they grow in. I used about 4 larger-sized plants per 10-inch basket. After planting, I watered everything thoroughly. Although these little Impatiens plants were purchased already ready to plant, there's something so rewarding about taking tiny seedlings that were started indoors during the winter months and finally turning them into full summer planters ready for the season ahead. These particular hanging baskets are very simple and easy to put together using just one variety of flower, but the overall planting process is very similar even when creating more elaborate mixed baskets. Some hanging baskets are designed for full sun, while others, like these Impatiens baskets, are better suited for shady spaces. Sometimes I like creating simple baskets using a single flower variety for a softer, more classic look. And other times I'll mix several different flowers together along with trailing plants and greenery to create fuller cottage garden style combinations with lots of texture and movement. At this point, the process became a little repetitive as I continued planting basket after basket, so I decided to speed up the footage while I worked my way through all 5 hanging baskets. I always enjoy this part of gardening season because you really start to see everything coming together after months of seed starting, watering, transplanting, and waiting for warmer weather to finally arrive. If you enjoy peaceful gardening videos and cozy greenhouse moments like this, I'd love to have you join me here at the Garden House Ambience. Be sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to follow along as we continue working on our cottage garden and greenhouse projects throughout the season. In upcoming videos, we'll be creating a beautiful herb planter, preparing and amending our raised vegetable garden beds before planting, and continuing to slowly transform our little greenhouse and garden spaces here by the lake. And of course, there will still be plenty of relaxing ambience videos as well. Cozy fireplaces, rainy evenings, peaceful greenhouse moments, and calming spaces designed to help you relax and unwind. One thing I always try to remember with newly planted hanging baskets is that consistent watering is especially important while the plants are first getting established. Impatiens love evenly moist soil and don't like to dry out completely, especially once the warmer summer weather arrives. Since hanging baskets tend to dry out faster than garden beds, I'll be checking them regularly, especially during hot or windy days. Once the baskets become fuller later in the season, they may even need watering daily during stretches of warm summer weather to keep the plants healthy, vibrant, and blooming beautifully. The final shots show the freshly planted baskets hanging inside the greenhouse, which is where they'll stay until all risk of frost has finally passed here in Northern Ontario. Thank you for spending a peaceful afternoon in the greenhouse with me today. Until next time, the Garden House Ambiance.